Hey kids, what's up? It is let me finish a bite of my egg sandwich here. This is X-Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And we hit the ground running in the green room, me and FuruFinance here. I found him just last month when he started streaming, and he was hitting all the points that I was thinking about. He was covering all the subjects that Rags to Riches was covering, and he looks so damn professional. I'm going to start telling people that he is Richard Hart. That's what I'm going to do. Then they start looking for it. I'll be like, this is him. He goes under FuruFinance. No, seriously, he's got his thoughts organized. He presents so much good information. He brings the macro in to the micro. I love your stuff, man. I'm a huge fan. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate that.
You bet. When you knew who I was in your chat, I was flattered. I was like, oh, he knows X-Ray Vision.
It was the opposite for me. I'm like, wow, he's tuning into my.
I felt like the prettiest girl at the ball. So yeah, we just started hitting the ground running and just going over all this stuff. And I'm like, this is what we should be talking about on stream. So before we get going too far, let me say a shout out to Mobius and Red Squirrel in the chat. Oi Pops, he's got the bot in there. I swear he's written a script to just be the first person in chat everywhere he goes. He's awesome. Yeah. He's everywhere. He's in Twitter. He's in Telegram. He's voracious. Then we've also on the bottom of the screen here, let me throw my ticker up real quick. And we have this crypto scavenger hunt that's still going on. Go to hexrayvisioncrypto.com and you can see all of the ways we can unlock words. We're close to unlocking like 3 more words. We'll be at 9 words. Someone's going to walk away with that $100 of USDC pretty soon. And then, maybe we can go on to the next bigger scavenger hunt. We got no shaved tail pulse chain, which I'm, thinking is a mistake now. Because it looks, everywhere I go, it looks like I have a pet raccoon just chilling out. We have no idea when that's going to launch. It could be tomorrow. It could be in 6, 9. It could be in a year.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. And then, of course, we're out to reach 1 million families, help 1 million families become financially free. That's the revolution that we're talking about today. And, of course, we have not your keys, not your cheese. Get your coins. Do not leave your money on exchanges. You really do not know behind the scenes which exchanges are solvent, which ones are playing hot potato with their, the money that they snapshot and send off to the investors and the banks and the regulators. Nobody knows who's solvent. So don't leave your money on there. Also, we've got the Salt Lake City meetup this weekend. So if you're anywhere near Salt Lake, we've got that posted on Matty Allen's Telegram. We've got that posted on all the meetups and on Twitter. So come hang out with us. We'll watch the stream together. We'll party. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be giving out a couple of these beanies right here as prizes. We got cool stickers. We've got an open bar because Hexicans are crazy. Let's face it. You guys have a party problem. You guys need to go to you need to have a what's that called when everyone gets together and tells them they have a problem?
Intervention.
Yes, the Hexicans need an intervention, man. They go really hard at their parties. So that's coming up, and then also I interviewed yesterday the leader of the crypto Bootcamp, and they're going to be holding that. Let me pull that up real quick here. Share screen, window tab. Right here, crypto Bootcamp. This is going down in Raleigh, North Carolina on January 28th. So this is basically an onboarding bootcamp that's going to take complete no-coiners from 0 to Hexagon status in 1 day. So he's going to have some food. He's going to have some music. It's one of the coolest people I've met. I was not going to come out there until I met him and streamed with him yesterday. We're going to be driving the RV, Cuatro Cinco Mobile Studios, all the way to Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going to be hanging out there for about a week. and meeting with some other Hexicans out there and figuring out how do we all band together and reach as many people before this next wave hits. Because, I mean, Furu would tell them, like, once that wave hits, it's over. Like
It's over.
You're in the rocket or you're not in the rocket. You're not halfway in the rocket. You're in the rocket or you're out of the rocket.
Yeah, now's the time to really learn. And I remember when I first started learning, I would have only wished there was some venue I could go to where I could just, pack it all in. It took, months just, combing through these 2-hour live streams, trying to get all that information. So if there's a one-stop shop, that is very, very useful.
Awesome. And back to the chat here, we got Hex Hodl, not your keys, not your cheese, and Crypto Bootcamp. Good day, all there. You see it, man. We're gonna be out there, and we're gonna make our community even stronger. It's gonna be like Voltron. We're gonna connect all those robots together into one super fighting robot, and every dollar you're investing right now in the bear market goes up exponentially when the wave hits, and every person that you onboard exponentially turns into a crazy evangelist like we are, and gets on fire and sees the potential of the freedom and the impact that this can have on people's lives. So punch a bear right in the throat. That's what we're talking about in the green room, right?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Now's the opportunity. That's the point, man. It's all about the Hex logo. Like when I got my tattoo hanging out, people are always noticing it, and I'm like, well, let me tell you about our good Lord and Savior Hex. He says that's 1.5 hours with Mobius. Well, we'll see you there. Come on out. Come on over to Raleigh. All are welcome. Let's onboard 1 million families. You bet. Crypto Bootcamp in Fayette. So he's in Fayetteville. Onboard the Mormons. LOL. I was a Mormon. I was this close to the toaster. I was this close to getting the toaster. And then Torn says, Hexicans. Yeah, Torn's in the house. Good to see you, man. So tell us your origin story. I mean, you may have told it on your stream, right? Let me actually pull that up here. I'm going to pull up your YouTube channel so you guys can take a look at it, because it just looks great, I think.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Boom. So this is your YouTube channel right here. You got those shorts.
Started learning the short. Look at how they changed from in the beginning. They were atrocious. I'm starting to get a little music in there. We're starting to really figure it out, and it's been very fun, and it's been very successful. And I've been able to really reach a lot of people that I otherwise wouldn't have been reaching. Yeah,
well, and that's the whole thing is like people are willing to click on something that's a few seconds long, but as soon as it gets to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 4 hours, like most of our live streams that just go and go and go.
Yeah.
People are not going to take a risk on a 4-hour video on someone they don't know and a subject they don't understand.
100%. And not only that, the shorts get brought. You don't have to click on it. It gets served, and people that otherwise wouldn't be watching your content are now watching your content because it gets brought to their feed by the algorithm. And if the algorithm sees that you're watching the duration of it, and which means that you obviously find it interesting, it will keep bringing you and the topics you're talking about up to that person. So they see you're watching the full 60-second video or 40-second video soundbite of Richard Hart. They're going to keep giving them Richard Hart. They're going to keep giving them Hex content. And then inevitably they will probably become Hexicans. So that's really why it's great. It's unbelievable outreach and opportunity for virality that you don't have with pretty much anything else on social media. This is YouTube 2007, 2000. This is Charlie Bit My Finger YouTube, guys.
Yeah. You were saying earlier the days of people watching TV and trying to get on TV to spread the message, those are basically over.
Yes, and this is how I phrased it in my newsletter. You guys could sign up to that in the description of my videos. But basically, I said Hexicans pride themselves on not sucking middlemen D when it comes to cryptocurrency. But when it comes to onboarding and PR and marketing, I think it's, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it's very far from the truth. And it's not necessary, and it's undignified, honestly. I'm not trying to bash people that are tagging these big television people and these big YouTube content creators. I'm not trying to. I think what they're doing is definitely effective, but it is not going to get you viral, and it's not going to get you viral, basically, and it's not as effective as getting viral as YouTube Shorts and TikTok. That's really what matters. Like, the best way to get viral is through YouTube Shorts and TikTok. And the example I use is Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was banned from all social media platforms, something that's an issue that thankfully we're not dealing with, and hopefully it'll continue like that. But his followers are of a younger demographic. They understand, they're social media savvy. They just keep on pumping out those shorts of him to the point where he has become the most famous person in the world. And I think the Hex community is smarter than his demographic. I think they are definitely they're definitely as crazy about him, if not more. And the virality that Andrew Tate experienced, and they offer solutions to like financial freedom and cryptocurrency that are very practical and pragmatic and can easily be attainable by anyone. It's just something that Tate could complain from today till tomorrow and run his lips, but like, he basically tries to onboard you to Hustlers University, which unless you're really, it's very hard. It's not going to get you to the promised land the way that Hex will. Hex is a very practical, pragmatic approach to financial freedom that no one else is really offering. And it's just a matter of getting the word out. And Tate was able to become the most famous person. I don't see why Hex would be the exception. I think Hex could be as big, if not bigger. And I think the big interviews and television things and things like that, that'll come organically after you achieve virality. Those things are for after, that you create the demand with the shorts, so to speak. And then all those news agencies and things like that, they come to you. They want you. We don't have to go to them and grovel. I think it's not, we're not even at that stage where it would even be helpful. And what I was telling you was was back at, like, people are stuck in this paradigm back in the day. Like, people only used to watch television. They didn't have smartphones. They didn't have social media. So like, television was like the big deal. Like, you saw somebody on TV, you thought about it that night, you thought about it at work, you thought about it during your lunch break. At this point, people are getting so much information from so many different sources on so many different topics that, a 5-10 minute bit on Fox News or CNN or CNBC is really just, it's insignificant. And it's this, as displayed by Richard Hart was on Fox News. Not much happened about it. The way to really go viral is to feed YouTube Shorts and TikTok, because the algorithm is the algorithm will constantly keep on putting things in front of people, and people stay on their feeds on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and as it processes that people are interested, they're investing time to watching the duration of the short, they'll keep on serving them. And that's really the way to be in front of people constantly. And that's the way to achieve virality. That's it. You gotta have people's attention constantly. And if the algorithm sees that, Richard Hart could get that, they're going to keep on serving it to them. And that's what really builds it. And it's a blueprint that's already worked. It's worked with Andrew Tate. It should work with Richard Hart. This should be the biggest thing. And all the other metrics, Hex is winning. The game theory is the best. The token is the best. The community is the best. The founder is the best. It's got everything required. Charismatic founder, orator, could really keep people's attention. That's everything required to really launch. It's just the paradigm for marketing is not where it should be. And hopefully that's going to change. I'm really working on that very hard.
Yeah, for sure. And I pulled up the description of one of your videos here, and I just barely signed up for your newsletter with one of my emails while you're talking. So this is where you scroll down, you get to all of his links. I'm too lazy to do all this stuff, and I definitely need to ask my team to start putting links and things like that in my videos, because I know that also helps the algorithm.
You could make it. You could go to settings and it'll just automatically have all your links there.
Okay.
Yeah, I can show you after, but you can make it by default that your uploads have all your links.
Awesome. And then you were talking about, besides the shorts on YouTube, because YouTube will push your shorts to people that have no idea who you are.
Yes.
So if you have something that just catches their attention, that's an opportunity to get another person into the community right there.
Exactly. And my TikTok, my most viewed TikTok was a Michael Saylor video, 3,000 views. That is a very concentrated topic. That is a hashtag that if I would use it for a regular YouTube video or a live stream, I'd get maybe 50, 60 views. And that's with almost 2,000 followers. On TikTok with 90 followers, I was able to plug into the Michael Saylor hashtag, and I was able to get 3,000 views. That just goes to show that you could really reach out to other crypto communities. You could target. That's the thing. People were talking about like a race car or stickers. Like with TikTok, you have the luxury of getting your video put out to people that are very interested in the topic already. You know, it's a more refined target market way of targeting, you know, demographics. Does that make sense?
And the trick with TikTok, like we were saying, is if you're not consistently putting out something, then they bury you and you don't exist, right?
Yeah.
So there's a consistency to TikTok to that algorithm, right?
Yeah, and that's why I say I want all the big Hex influencers, and I know we spoke about this before. I just one TikTok and YouTube Shorts a day, just one 60-second video. Try and make it nice. Try and have like the text in the front and maybe music in the background. But even if not, that's all that needs to happen. If like the big Hex YouTubers commit to, and then if you put it on TikTok, you just download it, you arbitrage it on YouTube Shorts or vice versa. That's all that needs to happen. Right now, Hex TikTok is a graveyard, and that's not good. That is the means to, that is the launch pad for virality. There, if you have one person constantly talking about Hex on TikTok, that's already enough to maybe get it. If you have 5, you're probably going to get it. You get 10 people with big followings, you know, one TikTok a day, 1 or 2, whatever it is. I mean, the sky is the limit. And then those people will come in, they'll start watching the Hex live streams. They'll start watching the Hex clips, the Hex content creators, things like that. It will make Hex the biggest thing in the world because Hex has what it takes to be the biggest cryptocurrency. It's just a matter of marketing. And the marketing, I think, is the only thing that's really been lagging in the community. And if I don't want to put any big content creators on the spot, but there are a lot of big content creators out there that are brilliant. They put out excellent content on YouTube and their live streams and clips, but they could be going a lot further on TikTok, and it doesn't take nearly as much effort. And I love the live streams, but they're not good outreach. They're good community engagement, but it is a little bit of, as Crypto Coffee says, the circle jerk.
Yeah, it's like where you go to like strengthen your community. My community watches almost all of my streams.
Yeah.
But as far as new people being introduced to it, the live streams are not where it's at. But you were saying, like you can see on these on your TikTok page right here, you're taking these live streams and you're clipping these great little TikTok bits out of them. So when people bounce around, they're going to hear you talking about, is this the one with Mike Saylor right here?
Oh no, that's
oh no, sorry, troll. that's the troll. See, the Michael Saylor one's probably down here a little further.
It's higher.
Okay,
a little higher. I told him, I said he's the tragic figure of the where is it? Right over
here.
There.
Right here.
No, so it's not that one. It's two over.
Okay, so this one right here.
Yeah.
With the gray background. 3,000 views.
With 90 followers. Now I have like 120, but 90 followers. I was able to use the Bitcoin hashtag to get 3,000 views. That's never happening on Twitter. That's never. Try using a Bitcoin hashtag on Twitter. You're not getting anything, bro. Get in the back of the line. You know, not Richard Hart's not even getting anything. He's only getting his followers. Like, that's going to Michael Saylor. That's going to Raoul Pal and those goons, those clowns. But on TikTok, it's not the case. And with 90 followers, I was getting some serious viewership. So if I could do it, anyone can do it. And it's just a matter. And if you don't want to, you want to be anonymous. This is really for everyone. It's not just Hex influencers. You want to be anonymous, just clip up my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. And then ask permission from anyone else and just arbitrage. That's what Andrew Tate's fans do. They take his clips, and they send them out to everyone. They put it on various accounts. That's the way to do it. We got to follow those. We've got to follow those young bucks. It works.
Yeah, those crazy kooky kids.
I was thinking actually YouTube Shorts is actually better probably because it's less concentrated, but TikTok is still right for the taking.
Awesome. That's awesome. So obviously media, there's some new techniques and tactics that we can use to spread our message and reach more people. And I appreciate you bringing some of those out and encouraging us to adopt some of those and put forth that extra, 5% extra effort a day, because we're already on here. We're already on Twitter. We're already on YouTube. We're already streaming. We're already talking to people in the line at the grocery store. Yeah. We're already wearing giant hats trying to get attention. If we just go a little bit further, just a little more effort, then we can have a greater effect.
Yes, absolutely. And especially those women on Twitter. There are these gorgeous Mexican women on Twitter. And they're bragging about, I know Havid Hex was talking about how she got like 7 million or something. And I don't know exactly which, in over a few months. If she was on TikTok, dude, it's like she would be getting insane engagement for maybe 5% of her effort. And that's not just her, it's all of them. And Yori is on TikTok. She's getting 3. She's not even in English. She's in Albanian, getting, I think, 800 concurrent viewers on her live stream. That's insane. So if you're a Mexican woman, please consider just going on TikTok. You are going to get rewarded so much for your efforts, so much more than Twitter. And I'm saying like it's not even close. Twitter, YouTube Shorts take 5% of the time you put into time and effort you put into Twitter, 5%, or even less, maybe just one 60-second video a day, hopefully well edited, but if not, it's fine. And just put that on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. It's so important. These women, they have great content. They're doing a great job, but they can get so much more bang for their buck. And if I could do it, they could do it. I don't have the asset, but TikTok. These women got to get on TikTok. They'd be getting 100,000 followers easily. The biggest Hex account on TikTok is El Hexidente, and he's an anon. He's just arbitraging. He's got 60,000 followers. He's getting hundreds of thousands. He's probably gotten millions of views on some of his TikToks. That's not in the biggest like Hex YouTube account is Crypto Coffee. That's 25,000. He doesn't even have half of what the biggest Hex TikTok account is. So there's got to be more of an effort for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I know it's starting to turn me off when people say Hex is pre-viral already. It's like, it doesn't have to be like that. And people complain about the gatekeeping. And I just put a tweet out today saying like, I respect the gatekeeping, honestly. And that's what people at the top do. They gatekeep. And CZ CoinMarketCap, like, he has a trading platform. Why would he want Hex, a cryptocurrency that discourages all these things, and a founder that discourages all these unhealthy habits? Why would he want them going viral?
Why would he want someone who doesn't pay to play?
Yeah, well? Dude. If I were CZ, I'm totally gatekeeping, dude. Hex is going to 400. You know what? He's nice. I'm putting Hex on 401. I'm not even kidding. Like it's like he's generous by putting them at 201. But winners don't complain. Winners get it done, and there's a way to do it. It's very practical, pragmatic. It's easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It's just TikTok. That's all it is. TikTok, YouTube Shorts. That's it.
Beautiful. And going back to the shorts, Samantha is in the house. She says, that's true. I watch way too many cake decorating shorts on YouTube. I don't even bake. And we got the Schwans of House. Donner has entered the chat. What's up, Chad Donner Swans?
See him on my stream also. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's go back into Crypto Coffee. This buddy we have in common. His information is so dense.
Unbelievable.
It's so well organized. And when I watched him on your channel, you guys were talking about his Patreon, and I'm like, one of the goals we have in the scavenger hunt is to get him to 100 patrons. And I'm like, why am I not subscribed to Crypto Coffee? What's wrong with me? I love his stuff. I'm more than happy to get more of him. So I actually, tweeted last night, hey, I just joined his Patreon. There's an amazing amount of information and value in there. Like, if you think that he brings it just regularly, you get to see stuff weeks before everyone else. And even some stuff that's just special just for the patrons. And I thought, that's beautiful. Everyone should definitely go there and join that patron.
And you know how we get up to 100 patrons? TikTok and YouTube
It's
Shorts. He's got the charisma. He's got the looks. He's got the content.
Mm-hmm.
He should do one. He came to my stream. He brought 130 people. I think it peaked at 140. He's a rock star. He just needs to bring that audience onto TikTok. Maybe one stream a week, exclusive to TikTok. Not even on YouTube, just to get them over and just to get them to start, posting and scrolling. But I think he could get there very fast, and I think his YouTube channel could get to over 100,000. He has everything that it takes to be one of the biggest finance content creators. But he's got to take the road not taken, because the big content creators for finance and crypto have already established their footing in YouTube before it was too late. And that's what I'd say to Crypto Coffee. I hope he could hop on. He retweeted my tweet about TikTok.
And he doesn't, even if he doesn't do that, we can Andrew Tate him. I mean, if you took Crypto Coffee's content and you chopped it up and threw it up on TikTok, I don't think he'd be angry at you. Especially if people are joining his Patreon and joining his YouTube as a result of it. So anyone can take any one of their favorite creators, like Randy Hilarski. He doesn't do a lot of stuff on TikTok, and he does a couple of shorts. But you could take Randy Hilarski's stuff. You can take FuruFinance stuff. You can take my stuff. If you can cut out the dad jokes, but you can just throw that out there, because we're all going to win together. Like, this is one community where we literally go out of our way to share alpha and tricks and secret sauce, where there's no other even in crypto, people aren't out there telling them, hey, this is how you actually, this is the game theory of Hex. This is the game theory of a t-shirt. Hey, here's a special little piece about Hadron no one knows about. Like, we're all trying to lift the whole tide together, and we can do that through social media too. It's not just through staking and buying and onboarding. There's a real revolution happen here, and we can hit media with it.
Yeah, and the best thing is that everyone could play a part. It's just making TikToks either with yourself, or if you want to be anonymous, I completely respect that, with clipping up my content, your content, Richard Hart's content, and just making nice looking videos and posting them. And I would be so happy if somebody DM me and said, hey, I'm a Hex TikToker. Could you plug me? I would have them on the show. I would constantly share the links. There's nothing that I would want to see more than a Hex TikToker who's arbitraging on YouTube Shorts, because that is the niche. That is the key to virality. It's not middlemen. We don't need to say please at what's a big influencer that people are like, at Robert Kiyosaki. Would love to see at Richard Hart on your channel. It's like, that would be nice, and I'm not even trying to bash that. I think it's noble, but I think if the people that are doing that just make one TikTok a day, they will see more results, more virality, more appearances of Richard Hart on these big gurus shows than just nagging them on Twitter with the other 5 million people that are following them.
So this is really like the shorts and TikTok. That's the back door. That's the way, instead of arguing with the people at the front of the restaurant and trying to get a table and stuff, you can literally walk into the kitchen and we can have all the tables we want.
VIP. It's you're the guy that doesn't wait on the line in the club, behind 600 other people.
Right.
You're the guy that they move aside and they just walk right in, and they lead you to your VIP table. And you're sitting next to those big celebs that everybody wants Richard Hart to be at a venue with or whatever. It's TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It's proven, and it won't be around forever, folks. The institutions are going to figure out TikTok and its importance the same way they figured out Bitcoin late. That's why it's another thing I say. People think the institutions are early, and the institutions are late to everything. The institutions underperform the S&P 500. BlackRock is the biggest fund. I could put my money in an index fund and have a far less fee, and it will overperform BlackRock most likely. Don't be intimidated. There's a way around it. It's TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Go to CNN's TikTok. They still do the 1920 by 1080. They haven't even picked up that they need to be on 1080 by 1920. It's atrocious. It's atrocious looking comparison with like Yori Hex or even Matty Allen, who also he's been making amazing TikToks, but he stopped posting too. And I think the reason why is because like he gets more engagement on YouTube, but I think it's important to make exclusive content for TikTok and really bring the audience over.
Have you reached out to Matty Allen about the online conference this weekend? You got a slot yet?
I think so. I hope so. I would love to talk about TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Have you filled out? There's a survey he has you fill out.
I think I did. I hope I'm on the schedule. I didn't see the schedule, but he invited me and I filled out the survey.
Good.
I think I'm
That's
there.
good. Awesome. Torrance says, I can't wait to see your next cake, Samantha. I don't think that means what you think it means, Torrance. Something very odd here. Kid in my neighborhood has 2.3 million followers on TikTok. Does ant videos.
Yes.
Ant videos.
The kids, they get it. The kids get it. The adults are a little bit slower to it.
Yeah. And Torrance says, Samantha's the only one without a wrench here. And that's actually by choice. She requested to be special, and she is. She's special. She's so good she doesn't need a wrench. That's what's up. Yeah. It says Mobius, hope there is hope for me. Yeah, she likes to eat cake, but not make cake. Yeah, that's right. I have lots of ants. She turned her back on us. That's hilarious. And then we got academaciated brains and beauty is FuruFinance on Telegram.
I think so. Yeah, but I don't really tell who cares. TikTok and YouTube Shorts, fellas. TikTok and YouTube Shorts, fellas. Telegram. No one's on Telegram. I mean, it's good for crypto, but yeah.
What? LOL. See, they don't want me to have another 100 subs to 1K. Yeah, we need to get another 100 subs here for FuruFinance. Unlock another word. We're really close to a bunch. We actually went over 1,000 for Heinz Crypto, and then for some reason someone went and unsubscribed. So we're right at that lit for Heinz, and he needs to get on here and we'll stream and do one there. Says it works on PC. Let me try on phone. Okay, I get a burner for TikTok and also use it to wreck algos. Says mine opened okay. Phone from clicking the link in chat. There you go. YouTube is funky at times as an app. Yeah, it is. So it says, what about Samantha's shorts? Yeah, Samantha, you'd put out shorts for sure. You'd get a lot of followers because you're smart and good looking. Torn says my main account is wrecked. I can't even post on Thothchild channel. And then we got Danny Boy, sup chat. Now let's make like a DC Universe comic here, and let's do a prequel, okay? Because we jumped into all this information really quickly, but I haven't heard your origin story. Like how does little FuruFinance go like on the playground playing with kids and wearing a button-up shirt? I picture you as a button-up shirt in like 4th and 5th grade, okay?
Yeah.
He's a very put together little man. How did you get into this whole crazy world of crypto?
So it started really with XRP. I had a friend. XRP is the gateway drug. So my friend got me into that during that whole mania, and obviously it didn't do too well. So I was sort of, it wasn't like hardcore. I just like sort of had it. And then, crypto started doing what it does, and I was trying to get rich. So I was jumping in and out. I was learning more and more about it. And I was into Celsius at a point. I think Celsius is a great target demographic. I think use the Celsius hashtags on Twitter, not on Twitter, on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. But yeah, I was into Celsius, and I think that was the first time I saw Richard Hart. I was looking to Celsius, and like that was like sort of the competitor. It was sort of like the bad boy. Richard Hart, Mashinsky was the good boy. Richard Hart was the bad boy, who everyone was saying was a scammer. And the irony really in that one. So I I steered clear of Hex when it was at under a cent. I'm thinking Mashinsky's on CNBC. He's on all the big channels. He's obviously not a scammer because these people wouldn't promote a scammer. You know, these
sure.
content creators, they do their due diligence. They care about you. They say they care about you, and they even call out the scammers. I missed out on the world's fastest appreciating asset. And then obviously I started getting more into Richard. Then I ended up in VRA because they had like Veracity, they had like a 25% staking. And I got like a nice like 50, 60x out of that.
Nice.
That went back down, and I think I sold it at maybe a 25x, and I put my money into USDC in the Cell wallet. And then I was because I was watching. So I first got into Richard Hart. It was Kitco News. It was the Kitco News interview. I'm like, wow, that guy really knows. He's really smart. He knows what he's talking about. And
that was a really good interview.
It was a beautiful interview. Yeah,
that's something people can chop up right there.
Yeah. Yes. TikTok that, and YouTube Shorts that. And so I'm like, wow, let me follow him a little more. And I was watching more and more of him, and I was convinced the top was in, and I sold, and I was in USDC, and like he said, like if you're in block fee, pull it. If you're in Celsius, pull it. And that really had a chilling effect on me, and I pulled it. And I had a lot of money, and I pulled it, and I bought Hex because I'm like, hey, the yield is higher. It's decorrelated, it's gonna keep going up, and the top is in Bitcoin. Yeah, and it's funny. So I bought the top and close to it, but at the same time, I'm better off than had I been in Celsius, and I'd probably be listening to Simon Suck Middlemen Dixon talking about how he wants to bring everyone to salt lending and how he's gonna solve the issues of the middlemen by bringing more middlemen.
By more middlemen. Yeah, they just didn't have enough middlemen. That was their problem.
Yeah.
There weren't enough human beings to run away with the money and cook the books. If you get enough people in there, they have to compete to steal your money, right? Isn't that better?
Oh yeah. And like if you're I know he's not a scammer per se, but if you screwed up this bad, why do you get to be the voice of reason? Like, why do you get what he's getting crazy engagement with like the broken Celsians and BlockFi people? Like he's the spokesman, he's the guy trying to help him. It's like, you screwed up, man. Bank to the Future bought equity in Celsius. Like you screwed up bad. Like you should just go away. Like try and resolve it and give it up to the people who've been right. Richard Hart has been right.
You should repent for your sins.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's crazy. Atone for him.
So
that's how you came in. That's a crazy because I actually remember XRP way back in the day. I was there when it launched. I was there and they said banks are going to use this. We're going to replace the SWIFT system. Yeah. And then they announced like 3 or 4 insane partnerships, Bank of America or McDonald's, someone like that, right? They have no shame in their lies, absolutely none. And the first 3 or 4 lies they broke, I was like, oh, I don't think these guys are ever going to do anything. And for 8 years, I saw people just get sucked into lie after lie after lie.
It's
after
ridiculous.
What was it? It was not Green Dot, but the other one, Western Union, where they partner with Western Union. Western Union stocks skyrocketed. Not theirs.
It's not even like Ripple per se. It's the community. They're like, every time there's like a major, like the World Bank is like talking and like they say, we're going to update the current fiat system. They're like, they're just talking about XRP. It's like they just find XRP in everything and they just say things that aren't true. And the one thing they don't say, or they seem to not discovered, which I heard from Kinetics the first time, was that XRP sells XRP to raise money for Ripple. That's the one thing they missed.
Well, and then they also have Jed McCaleb, who basically just copied the coin and made Stellar.
Yeah.
Right? XLR. And every time he got a payment from being a part of them, he literally dumped. And he said, I'm going to dump. I'm going to dump. I'm going to dump. And people are like, oh, yeah, well, we'll just buy all these dips. But you run out. You can only buy so many dips.
Yeah.
Before you're just holding on to something that's losing.
Yes. It's very true. And people don't realize is that like when you're not doing well because you're being dumped on, when your token's not doing well and everything else is pumping, everyone leaves. And that's why like I don't know what your thoughts on Zen are, but they're saying like in 8 years people are going to want to buy it. It's like everyone's going to be gone in 8 years, bro.
Yeah, it's like the .com boom, right?
Yes.
Like the .com boom came and blew up, and everyone made fun of it and said the internet's not good for anything. But out of those ashes, if you obsessed about .coms the way we obsess about crypto, you would have found the Netflix, you would have found the Amazon,
Yeah.
you would have found all of these insane like websites that ended up just going meteoric.
Yeah.
If you had been put as much time as we put into crypto.
Yeah.
And being here in crypto, we found the hex, right?
Yeah.
We're early for Pulse.
Yeah.
Danny Boy says walking, listening in the background. Good for you, man. Torrin says no. I've clipped Coffee stuff. He likes it. Even better if someone else does TikTok for him, because that actually gives him credibility than him doing it himself, right? Just like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate doesn't sit around making TikToks.
It's
now,
true.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not on the level of Andrew Tate. I don't know how to kickbox. Yeah. I don't got a cool Cobra. But listen, if I can go out and I can clip other people's stuff and I can clip my stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like we're not at that point, and no one's gonna do it but ourselves. So I wish someone would do it for me, and I could spend more time on YouTube. But unfortunately, I got to do it myself, and I think that same thing applies for Coffee. And the only person in the community it doesn't apply for is probably Richard Hart. But I would even wish he would do it, but I don't think he's gonna.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna make if the people that are clipping their own, like pushing shorts and TikToks right now, will have an army of people in the bull run doing it for them.
Yes.
Just like every dollar that you put in right now grows exponentially in the next wave. Every follower, every bit of influence, every onboard that you do right now is going to have an exponential gain on the wave.
It's very true. That is very true. And guys, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. But I did like that you brought up the .com bubble, and I always talk about the .com bubble. And what's interesting though about crypto is normal stock pickers, they don't get it, meaning they don't know what to look for crypto, because the things that you're looking for in crypto are not the things that you're looking for in stocks. Because with stocks, you want to see partnerships with these big corporations. You want to see, these board members who are maybe, already affiliated with big and successful companies. Like you want to see those kinds of things. You want to see earnings. I mean, there was no really earnings because .com bubble was all growth, but you want to see these kinds of things. With cryptocurrency, it's the opposite. You don't want to see big companies, because those companies are going to dump on you. Like you don't want to see. The main metric you're going to look for is community. Community is really all that matters. And then you want to look at the token distribution. You want to look at game theory. Those things don't exist in stocks. So even the people that would normally be savvy, investors, savvy financial people in TradFi and during the .com bubble, they are completely off balance when they jump into this bubble, and they're looking for partnerships. They're looking for companies. They don't understand the best cryptocurrencies, the highest performing cryptocurrencies that continue to make higher highs over time, had no companies. They just had communities, and they had maybe game theory and some of that maybe just a meme. Like
some of them might just be a luck of going viral or having the right, like the whole Elon Musk Doge thing is like that did way better financially than it ever should have.
Yeah. And by any means, like XRP should be the best performing .com bubble stock, but that's not the case in crypto. That's not what you're supposed to look for. And I think we really are in the right place, and we created that niche, and the next step, guys, is TikTok and YouTube Shorts. That's going to bring it.
Let me hit some comments here, and then I want to go deeper into building community. So Torrance says the whole 9 yards. We're going to do merch better than Disney one day. He also says YouTube and TikTok Shorts. YouTube and TikTok. So I think they're starting to get it, man.
Oh yeah.
Is there a worse app to download than TikTok? No, not really. I know there is a way to download it without giving it the permissions or give it like a ghost account, but you can definitely Google that, because it is a horrible app, but everyone's on it. So
everyone's on it.
You got to go where everyone is.
You got to go to the road not taken, right? That's what Robert Frost said. The road not taken.
Yeah, it says, speaking of gateway drugs, YouTube Shorts leads to TikTok usage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I'll have to wipe my own phone and start
Oh yeah.
making TikTok clips, I guess. That would be great. That would be
Yes.
great. Every bit counts. Rem Token says, great stream, guys. Great to see you here. I'm going to have to go over to my YouTube really quick and wrench that guy. He's got to get a wrench.
Let me just say, actually, later today, I'm doing, I believe it's happening. I think, we figured it out. We're doing an exclusive stream with RH Max on TikTok. No YouTube. He hit 1,000 followers, 1,000 to get to live stream. I said, if I get you 1,000 followers on TikTok, do we get an exclusive RH Max
live stream?
Live stream. So I'm going to be there. I think it's at, let me just check. I believe it's at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. If we can make it happen, I hope we figured it out. But you guys should be following at RH Max on TikTok. He's got over 1,000, and I think I inspired him to make some exclusive content, and he is really good. He was the first person to have me on. He is really smart. He is a securities engineer.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's so his calm, his demeanor. He's a great personality, and we're really lucky to have him in the space because his brain is going much faster than his countenance betrays.
Yeah. No, he's got his cap backwards, but he's always moving forward.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, Francis Powell, how you doing? Rem Token, you are now part of the Blue Wrench Army. You're a moderator. Torrance says, I'll make shorts for you, Furu. And TikTok eventually, Hexray too.
Yes.
And Samantha, man, that's kind of you, Torn. That means the world to us. Anyone that's going to help us get this momentum going. And then Torrin says, only second time seeing you, Furu. Great stream.
Thank you. And please DM me in Twitter that your TikTok and YouTube channel.
Yeah. Because we're going to be spread that out. Yeah. We'll be
shilling it like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to be shilling that hard.
Right. Awesome. As Samantha says, it'll help me too, especially long term. But yeah, gems everywhere, all ready to be shared more. Yeah, the amount of content, we have no lack of content.
Yeah. No
lack of content.
It's just the distribution. We need to make it we need to distribute it maybe a little bit better, but the content is on.
And talking to Crypto Bootcamp yesterday, he was saying in order to move like a locomotive, it's like 4,000 pounds of pressure to move it 1 inch. It's like some insane amount of force to get it started. But once it's going, it only takes like 1 pound of pressure to keep it going.
Yeah.
And so the whole flywheel thing that you've read in leadership and motivational books is once you get that heavy flywheel spinning with our momentum, then this community is going to grow exponentially. And I can't like if you think 1 million like staked wallets is a crazy idea, that's nothing. That's just the beginning. That's the first inch of this locomotive.
You think about the success Tate had with Hustlers University. He says he's worth hundreds of millions. Whether that's true or not, he's definitely worth a lot more than he was before. And that, I mean, just imagine where Hex could get. It's just a matter of getting the message out there. Everything that is needed for virality, for a cryptocurrency becoming the next big thing, is there. It has everything. It's just a matter of getting it to the masses. And the way we do that is TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I'm sorry.
TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I'm gonna throw up your TikTok right now because I wrote that down for you here. There's your TikTok at FuruFinance.
Oh yeah, thank you. And it's motivational. I have some I actually did one with like a little bit of sad music. If you want to even play it, my friends liked me like, what? Did you just like get a leg blown off in Vietnam or something? Like I was like giving motivation. He's like, why are you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm not.
Yeah, and there's no wrong answer. You just throw something to the wall, you experiment, and you see what people react to.
It's all about
go in that direction.
It's just consistency because You're fighting. You're trying to set yourself. That's what I was watching Gary Vee. I'm watching a lot of Gary Vee these days because he is a genius when it comes to social media. No one knows social media better than him, and he keeps saying it's TikTok. TikTok is the window to virality. There was like this woman who had a business. She had a great business idea. She was in one of the courses, and she's like, "How do I market whatever?" He's like, 80% of your efforts, put that into TikTok. Like that's really that is how you get yourself out there. So what was I was yeah, and he said consistency, because the people out there, a lot of people have great content, they're very charismatic, but they can't keep it up. Like, so the people that maybe aren't as charismatic and they're not as intelligent and they don't have as much to offer, those are the people that are that are posting every day, 4 TikToks a day, whatever it is, live stream every day. Those are the people that really, those are the people that win. That's the tortoise and the hare,
Yeah, the tortoise hare. That's actually a reference that Crypto Bootcamp made yesterday.
Oh,
same one, was that same consistency, that commitment. Because when you stake Hex, you're making this commitment to yourself. So, like I said, if anyone that's involved in the Hexagon community, you're really pumping your own bags. It's just hard to see. Kind of like the tortoise crossing the finish line. It doesn't look like he's going to make it until the very end.
Yeah.
At the very end, it's like, oh, it seems like magic, but it was that consistent, pressure.
Yeah. You could argue if Roger Ver and, Gavin Anderson, Eric Voorhees, if those people didn't exist, those people didn't put themselves out there and didn't, spread the message, there would be no Bitcoin.
Trace Mayer back in the day.
Yeah. Trace Mayer. Yeah. And then Richard Hart, Max Kaiser, those people. And, people are all freaking out like the SEC subpoenaing people. Bro, Charlie Shrem got arrested. Okay. Imagine one of the Hexagons got arrested. Like, that's a little bit scary, but they kept moving forward. They knew they were doing nothing wrong. They understood the law. They understood what they were promoting was something very special. It was life-changing. It had the potential to change the world, and they moved forward. So that's what I'm saying. We just don't get scared and move forward. There's nothing to even worry about. It's just a little bit, they want to check under the hood, make sure no one's accepting money. If you're accepting money, you should be worried. If you're accepting money to shill things, you should be worried, and you should probably go to jail. But if you're not, if you're squeaky clean, if you're doing the right thing, there's nothing to worry about. The future is bright. Well, look at what happened with Bitcoin. Like, look at what these people were rewarded.
Even if you're getting paid to promote something, I think as long as you disclose it and follow the rules, there's really not even a danger there. But like I said, I mean, who's getting paid to promote Hex?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that's gotten a penny. Richard's he's tight. He's not. He doesn't just like throw money. It seems like he does when he wears the crazy outfits, but I guarantee, like, he's the type of dude that like balances his checkbook every week, kind of guy. Like, he knows what's going on.
True.
He's a little empire.
Yeah,
for sure. Torin's got a YouTube link here. So Torin369 on YouTube, uploading the clip from this stream now.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Catching up on 2x. See, this is what we're talking about. This is awesome. Is there anything besides YouTube Shorts and TikTok that you think is going to help grow our community during this bear market?
Nope. I mean, what we're doing now, the streaming is good. It's good for, it's good for getting people to make YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and it's good for keeping people engaged and, preventing people from panicking, keeping people calm, keeping the morale up. I think it's very, very important what we're doing. But in terms of growing, I think growth, I think we're at the point of diminished returns from YouTube and Twitter, because we're gatekept. So one is we're gatekept. Two is because it's very concentrated, these platforms. So I think it's important to continue using Twitter. I use it every day. To continue using YouTube, to become a streamer even. But in terms of growing the community, in terms of gaining a footing in these as an influencer and things like that, I think the only thing that matters right now is TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
See, here we are. We got Short up there with you and Coffee already. One question for new Hex related tokens from Crypto Coffee. So here's Torin's site. So go ahead, go to Torin369, subscribe to that baby right there, and start pushing out. Because anywhere you find a short, you can share it. right?
Yeah.
So besides making a short, if you just spend 5 minutes going out into TikTok or YouTube and just sharing and promoting and liking these shorts, it's gonna bump them out to more and more people.
Yeah. And thank you, Torrin, for sharing that. I appreciate it. And if you could share a short and a TikTok, but I'm gonna promote you. I'm gonna promote you. Just DM me. I'm gonna promote you, but on my show regularly, guys. 12 p.m. I'm being consistent. The most important thing also for gaining a following and in social media is being there every day at a certain time, so people know it's that time of day, whatever. I could see FuruFinance, I could see X-Ray Vision, I could see whoever. Just consistency, just being there, and that really grows. It's a matter of just consistency, and TikTok and YouTube Shorts is what breeds virality. That's all that matters right now. Consistency, yeah. TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
And before they took away Hexo's first channel, I can't even remember how big he was at, because he was streaming every day at the Adoption Amplifier, turning over for over a year. And I can't even imagine how the algorithm probably helped share his stuff.
And he was able to raise, I think it was $18,000 in a very short period of time. It's because he connected with his audience and he was always there for them. And then when the time came for them to be there for him, they were there. And that's really why it's important to be consistent. And nobody displayed consistency better than the Hexologist. He's very talented, but a lot of people are very talented and they couldn't do what he did. And it came down to his consistency. And that's why we got to be consistent. We got to have TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I'm sorry.
We got TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Filipinos, mostly short, equal viral fire. And Firestarter, you got a wrench. I just wrenched you, so you're part of our Blue Army, man. Torrance says it was mostly coffee in that clip. Are you okay with that? You okay with coffee getting some of the shine?
I think it's better if it was mostly coffee, because he's got a lot better stuff to say than me. I'm just gonna say TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see here. We went over your origin story, community building. What's your goal? What drives you? Like what if you could accomplish anything? What would it be?
What drives me is just, first of all, it's being an influencer. I would have never thought I'd been an influencer in my life. I've done a lot of things. I went to school for a lot of things. And being an influencer was not one of them, but it just ended up happening because I got fired and I was into Hex, and I'm on unemployment still, and I'm probably gonna have to pick up a job and maybe not gonna be able to do this as much in the near future. But it was just there for the taking, and I just love it, and I hope this is all I've been working harder than I've ever had, but I've never been happier. Just, putting out content for people and something that I love and I'm very passionate about. And not only, benefiting myself, but benefiting the community, because, I'm trying to do community outreach, to bring new people in. And it's interesting. There's things that I see that other people don't see, and there are things that other people see that I don't see. And when we get together and we talk to each other, it really makes a huge difference. And I think TikTok and YouTube Shorts is something that I saw that other people didn't see, or didn't see to the extent that I see, of how important it is. So that's really how I got here.
Yeah. And what did you study in school?
So I was, this is an interesting story. So I went to undergrad. I did accounting. It was an intense track. So it was the CPA track, and I took corporate finance, principles of finance. I took macroeconomics, microeconomics. So I did that was my schooling, and then I was like, at the end of undergrad, I'm like, I don't really like finance that much. I'm like, I want to be a doctor. So I went back to school, and I did bio, I did Chem 1, Chem 2, I did Orgo, and then cryptocurrency came, and I'm like, I don't want to be a doctor. I like crypto. And I was, so I started working in medical research because I was already, started doing that for my pre-med, and I ended up getting a better job. And I was just all thinking about crypto all the time. I was watching crypto content all the time. And then, I lost the job, and I'm like, hey, why not? I was looking for jobs in crypto, like maybe work at one of these crypto places, and none of them were interested because I had I don't know, whatever. I had no experience, and like, hey, maybe I love Hex. I've been in it for over a year and I know a lot about it, and maybe I'll be a Hex, YouTuber. So that's really how it ended. That's how it. That was my story.
That's a lot. Well, I mean, and honestly, Hex is financial health, right? So like
Yeah.
it's kind of being a doctor and in finance at the same time, and you're on the bleeding edge of technology. I mean,
Yeah.
when I see these people try to gatekeep and control and outlaw and tax cryptocurrencies, it's like watching someone fight electricity or the internet. It's like, oh well, you don't want to, you can't trust that electricity. Like, remember when electricity came out, they were telling people, it's going to burn down your house. Some houses actually burned down when they started bringing electricity into houses. But over time, it was clear to see. It's like, well, I could, run oil throughout my house to light it and heat it and wood, or I can just run this wire through my house. And it was just like, after, when people see the advantages of technology, it always wins. It always wins in the end.
Yes, and I really like what you're saying, and it really touches on the fact that gatekeeping happens usually. I mean, that's the problem. Some people think that, oh, it's just because something's gate kept, it's automatically the next big thing. It probably isn't. But if you could do your research and understand it and realize that it is, then it is. But gatekeeping is very indicative of something that is disruptive because, let's say electricity, it probably took a lot of maybe, the can I don't know what the candle business, the
Whaling.
Whaling. What's
Yeah,
that?
because they used to go kill the whales in the ocean for their blubber and their oil.
Yeah, so
they would use
probably
that oil to heat and light homes.
Yeah, so there you go. And then so like if you were one of those people in the whaling industry, would you be okay with electricity? I wouldn't be okay with it. I would gatekeep it. So they probably gatekept it. And then you had the telephone. Like if you're in the postal industry, those kinds of things, would you want the telephone emerging? I wouldn't want it. I'd gatekeep it. And the same thing is with the automobile, and the same thing is with Bitcoin, and the same thing is with Hex. And frankly, if I were CZ, I would gatekeep Hex. I think it's a great thing what he's doing, but I think he's not going to get away with it much longer because of TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
TikTok and YouTube Shorts. What I'm hearing is TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing. And I mean, it turns out they actually hid the technology for cellular devices, cellular phones, since the 60s. So they had the technology to start rolling out crappy little phones in the 60s and use towers. And look how long they held that underwater and kept it hidden so that people were using landlines and fax machines. Isn't that insane?
That is insane. And I never knew that.
So imagine where we would be if we had cell phones in the 60s.
Yeah.
Even crappy cell phones in the 60s. Just wrap your head around that.
Yeah, it's true.
And so we can do our best to get this information, the Hex information. There are 8 billion people out there, and maybe like a few 100,000 really know about Hex. Maybe. Yeah. That's huge. We have such a beautiful gift to share the world.
Yeah, and think about the few 100,000 people that know about it. How many of them actually have a favorable opinion on it? Most of them probably are either neutral or just, hostile. But that's going to change.
Yeah, Torn says, right here it goes. Archie S says hemp threatened big oil too. Yeah, because you can get a ton of useful oil from hemp and all sorts of stuff, and hemp doesn't deplete the soil like a lot of the subsidized crops do. Unfortunately, it doesn't require all that fertilizer and stuff. So hopefully we'll see that kind of emerge as people, in more use. Tech has had a total planned rollout, way more advanced than most understand. Wish we didn't have smartphones. Maximum value extraction and control. Yeah, that's what it's about. We're the underdog. This is Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
We're the bad news bears. We're ready to rock and roll.
It is. It is Return of the Jedi. It's sort of like it's like the Star Wars trilogy is very it really carries over to, the real world. So you had,
Mhm.
A New Hope, that was 2018. Then the Empire Strikes. We're in that, or maybe at the end of the Empire Strikes Back with, the SEC and everything. Like we're at that point where there's people really feel like it's over. Big whales are giving up. It's like, everyone is trying to find a scapegoat for why the price is down when we're just in a bear market and everything's down.
Mhm.
And I think a big problem with Hex being all on chain, all the trading being on chain, people could like look at wallets that are dumping, and they could sort of like magnify how terrible and how hopeless it is, because they're like, look, there's this big wallet here with. It's like, yeah, you think Hex is the exception. You don't think that's happening in Cardano, which is down over 93%. You don't
But,
think there's big wallets that are. You just don't see it.
but what they're not showing you is you can go back and, like Richard Hart said, you can find out what they bought at.
Yeah.
So these are wallets that bought at 3 zeros, 4 0,
Yeah.
like very, very small amounts of money.
Yeah.
So they're still doing really well in this
Yeah.
market by taking profit. So
Yeah.
if you look at how that crazy opportunity that they had, that's really what you're looking at now. Is it's history. It doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.
It rhymes. And this has happened with every immature asset with thin liquidity. There were big people that got in early that, are kicking themselves that they didn't sell the top, and they're capitulating at the bottom, which allows people like myself and others to get in and really take it to the next level. And I think we are, to bring it back to the Star Wars analogy. It does seem a little bit hopeless, but it's not the first rodeo, guys. Just look at any other crypto.
No, I mean, like I say, you learn on your first wave and you profit on your second. That's why most people aren't smart enough or good enough to catch the first wave and really ride it to perfection. Just like surfing, you're not going to catch the first wave probably and figure out surfing. And so we're down here paddling as hard as we can, waiting for the next wave. We got Archie says, I hope hemp will take over. It's so good for everything. And it's a weed. So it's cheap.
You know how I think it could take over, but I'm not going to say. I said it enough times. I don't.
How you think that hemp can take over?
I was going to say. You know what I was going to say.
I actually don't know what you were going to say.
TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
It's true though. Shorts. It's TikTok that's what can take over, and it does help the bees. I appreciate that. It's got a lot of flowers, so you can do that just with the hemp. Well said, Furu. The transparency is good and bad in Hex. Everyone can see what's happening. I tell people right now, they're like, are we at the bottom? I'm like, no, we're at the loading deck. Have you ever gone to a truck loading deck at a building where it's, basically like a really high curb, about 3-4 feet high? That's where I think the market is.
Yeah.
I think we're right off the ground. We're not that far off the ground, but you don't want to fall off a loading deck. Okay. Right, we still got some pain, but it's within view. It's not that far away.
And you're only gonna know when the bottom happens once the price is up 50% from all-time lows. Like, it may have happened, it may not have happened, but you're only gonna find the bottom when there's a big rip, because that's a bottom pattern means that it went back up, and it's like, now we have the bottom. Now we formed the bottom. So you're not going to know when it is. And that's why you just have to be in the right asset, and you have to dollar cost average, because it may have happened. It may not have happened. But one thing's for sure, you're not going to know it happened till it happened. And then once you're buying the rip off the bottom, you're going to be paying a serious premium. So your buying power will get you considerably less. So that's why I say, even if the price is up, I DCA. If the price is down, I DCA. I don't care. It's just DCA.
Yeah, that's the win is DCA in and DCA out. Or DCAO out, dollar cost average out. So know how much you're going to sell at what prices, because, like I said, when that rocket takes off, it's really hard to think straight. It's really hard to know what's going on. It's unnerving to say the least. One thing I really wanted to get to was TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I don't know if we had time to get to that. Should we cover that or?
Oh yeah, please.
YouTube and TikTok Shorts. I think we should just all go on to Twitter and hashtag TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Just cover Twitter in just that hashtag.
Oh yeah.
and get everyone that wasn't here to hear this or hasn't been following you to know that that's the direction we're trying to lead this community in.
Yeah, if you tag me with your message about TikTok and YouTube Shorts for Hex, I will retweet it if I like it, which I probably will.
Yeah, and if you create a TikTok or a YouTube short on your channel or someone else's, tag us in it.
Oh yeah,
and we'll be spreading that as far and wide as we can.
yeah, and I'll have you on my stream. I'm sure you'll probably do the same. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to say.
I would love to. I would like to come onto your stream when we to reveal that seed word.
Oh, you're always welcome.
We need to hit. Welcome. We're gonna hit that 2K. We're gonna reveal that seed word because I really want someone to run off with the $100. That's the whole point of the scavenger hunt, is for someone to find it and get it and win. And if anyone in the community has a goal that they'd like help with, it doesn't even have to be Hex related. You could say, I want help losing weight. I want help finding a job. I want help with anything. We'll do everything we can to help you reach that goal. We'll celebrate as a community. Jay Everything says, my girl made a TikTok account yesterday. Now I don't have to hear tarot card readings. TikTok is my lifesaver. That's great.
There you go.
Really funny.
Oh, the interesting thing was, I'm sorry.
I almost gave Samantha a wrench. So sorry. I that's what freaked me out. I saw someone that was gray and I almost wrenched him. I was like, oh, that's Samantha. I suspect I'll be dreaming about TikTok and YouTube Shorts tonight. I hope so. That's a good thing. We'll definitely get that going. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about or reach out or promote to the community?
Oh, I wanted to. Oh, you know what I'm going to say, but I wanted to say I watched Joe Rogan and he was talking. I forget who it was, but he's like, yeah, my kids, they're very into Andrew Tate. No, I don't like Andrew Tate so much. My kids love Andrew Tate, and I'm thinking like, we could get my kid, like Joe Rogan saying, my kids love Richard Hart, and Joe Rogan's probably going to be saying also, I love Richard Hart, because it's a lot less controversial, albeit controversial. But I think that's you want to get Richard Hart on Joe Rogan.
YouTube Shorts and TikTok. By the way, TikTok and YouTube Shorts are the way to go, says Mobius.
Yes, beautiful. Love it.
I love it. I love how you put down, because I was actually meeting with my team last night, and they were just saying, hey, why don't you have anything on YouTube and TikTok? Like, where are your shorts and TikTok? And I was like, oh, yeah, we'll get to that. But you know what? Talking to you today is move that up to priority number 1.
Wow, that's great. And that means that team is a keeper. That much I can tell you.
Awesome. Well, I don't know if you've seen me do my awkward wave goodbye on my streams, but we're going to turn on a little bit of music and we're going to wave as awkwardly as possible goodbye to the audience. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Jay says, I just told her also to make YouTube Shorts. Problem with Rogan is doesn't know about crypto. Shorts are incredibly addictive. They are. All right, so let me kick on to a little bit of music here. I like Night Driving. That's the best song on StreamYard. And then just go back to 13 years old or whatever your most awkward age is, and wave goodbye to the community. I don't see you waving. Furu. What is this? I love it. That's hilarious. All right. Well, we are out. We love you guys, and we will talk to you soon. That's a queenly wave. All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you.